Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live watch along on the Chris McPherson Show. And we could be setting ourselves up for some more pain this morning, but we are going to tune in to watch along with the France versus Australia Rugby Union Test match. The Wallabies, I think it's fair to say, have had a very tough tour. Poor performances, losses, just scraping past on their way over there in that match against Japan. We then lost to England, Italy, and Ireland. And now France rounds it out. So what will we see? Insult's been added to injury. The Wallabies' first choice 5'8", fly half for this match. Carter Gordon's been ruled out after his return to rugby union after an ill-fated stint in rugby league. And it just means that it's a little bit tougher, more pressure for the Wallabies that they didn't need. Let's have a look at the two lineups. For the Wallabies, at fullback's going to be Max Jorgensen, the two wingers, Harry Potter and Dylan Peach. The centres, Joseph Suali'i and Len Ikitau. In the halves, it'll be Tane Edmund and Jake Gordon. The front row will be Angus Bell and Taniela Tupou. Matt Feisler at hooker. Nick Frost and Jeremy Williams will make up the second row. Tom Hooper with blindside breakaway. Fraser McWright at open side. And Harry Wilson, the captain, at number 8. And then the replacements will be Josh Nasser, Aidan Ross, Alan Alatoa, Rob Valentini, Carlo Tizzano, Kalani Thomas into the squad, Hamish Stewart, and Felipe Darganu will be the final number on the bench. For the French, who go into this game as significant favourites, Thomas Ramos will be at fullback. Damien Penaud will be one winger. The other will be Louis Biel-Biari. The two centres, Nicolas Deporte, Gael Ficou. The halves will be Romain Niedermack and Maxime Lecou. The front row, Jean-Baptiste Gros, Regis Montagne. Hooker will be Julien Machand. Excuse me. The second row, Thibaud Flament, Emmanuel Miafu. And then the loose forwards, Anthony Geelong, Charles Olivon, and Gregory Aldrit. Their substitutes, Maxime Lamont, Rodrigue Netti, Thomas Lacayette, Romain Tafifanau, Hugo Oraldo, Oscar Jago, Baptiste Joanneau, and Calvin Gorgeous. The team's making their way out onto the pitch. Great to have you with us. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and down below. And yeah, we'd love to have you on board in the future. We'll be doing more sports watch-alongs as the summer continues. Obviously, the rugby will quieten down for a little while until we get through into the start of the new year. The Stade de France bathed in red and blue spotlights at the moment as the two teams make their way out, rugged up in thick jackets. It's currently 0 degrees in Paris, so you can understand why the teams are rugged up. A big crowd in. Of course, the earlier games, South Africa finally broke their losing run in Ireland, a 24-13 win over the Irish that was littered with cards. The Irish are down to 12 at one point. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. In other games, New Zealand got it done against Wales, probably unsurprisingly, but the Welsh at least managed to find some points, 52-26 for the All Blacks. There was a number of other minor test matches which will keep you up to date with scores from them from earlier in the weekend. Yesterday, Japan got the job done in another tight one, 25-23 in Tbilisi against Georgia. So well done to the Japanese. They've put up some fair showings in these games this tour. Not far from kickoff now. In other games early this morning, Uruguay beat Romania 31-21. That match was played in Bucharest. Portugal got a result 33-27 over Canada as well. A nice tight match there in the early hours this morning in Coimbra. Just going through the national anthems now. Fiji got a victory in Spain in a high-scoring match in Malaga, 41-33. And the final match of this morning being played alongside this one at the same time is Italy playing host to Chile. Tomorrow morning, there'll be a couple of tests still to wrap up the Autumn International. Scotland will take on Tonga and England will take on Argentina. Those matches in the very early hours of Australian Eastern Daylight Time. About 12:30 a.m. for the Scotland match into a 3 a.m. kickoff for England and Argentina from Twickenham. That Scotland match, of course, will be played at Murrayfield. Some positives for Australian sport yesterday as the Aussies got it done in the cricket in one of the most bizarre and seesawing cricket tests. If you're a cricket fan, check out our test recap and daily dose episodes over the last couple of days on that test match. We'll have plenty more cricket content coming as the Ashes continues on. Well, it is an absolutely full Stade de France for this match. Today's referee will be the Englishman Luke Pearce. And we're all but set to get underway. As I said, France go in heavy favourites. You'd have to think, on the law of averages, they should win this based on the performances we've seen so far by probably 2 to 3 tries. But can the Wallabies show a little bit of grit, maybe surprise, or will it be the flamboyance of France to get it done? We're underway. They go deep with the kickoff, cleanly taken by the Aussies inside their 22. It was Williams that took it. They swing back. They decide to use the ball. Wilson with a little pop pass. Australia are through already. Can they find the support runner? They can, but France are chasing down in support. They're almost up to halfway. Lee takes it to just short of the halfway line, and Australia get a penalty. Offside. Great opportunity after 30 seconds for the Australians to push straight into the attacking half. Penalty goes against Flament. Edmund will kick for the line. Gets it just inside the attacking 22. A wonderful line from Dylan Peach to hit that hole and make that first attacking break. Australia's line out, that was a concern in the last match, sorry. They get it to stick this time. They straight away go wide. Jorgensen. A little pop ball for Wilson. They're 15 out from the line. They're using width. Second man plays. So Lee goes into contact. Little pick and go there from Tupou. Little dummy from Gordon. Decides to have a snipe. Ikitau picks and goes. They keep working here. They're only 1.5 meters short, and they've got advantage, the Wallabies. Tupou's going to have a look. He gets there. I think he's got there. The referee's having a look. No, just short. Then they get over, but they're going to be held up. No, it's a try. 2.5 minutes gone. The Wallabies score. Faisler gets across, and my goodness, what a start for the Wallabies. They couldn't have asked for a better start. They couldn't have bought a better start. Great work from Australia. They barge over with advantage. Ikitau with some power running in close. Draws in a couple of defenders. Tupou brought down inches short, and then Faisler gets just a little bit wide. Finds an inside shoulder and manages to burrow his way over. That is brilliant work from the Wallabies. And Ed Medal now have the chance, with just 3 minutes on the clock, to extend the lead. About 13 in from touch. He's taking it back 25. And he pushes it just across the face. Not far away, but it will remain 5-0 to the Wallabies. Faisler did well, managed to find two backs to run in the slot between, and they just couldn't do enough to get him prevented from scoring. Again, cleanly taking a shorter kick off this time. Wallabies will have it 30 out from their line. Wilson winds up. But penalty back to France, not releasing. Luku decides to not take the quick tap. He thought about it for a second. They're going to kick for touch, the French. Time for the Australian defence to stand up. That's great work from the French Miafu over the top of the ball. Line out. 10 metres from the line for the French. Marchand to throw. Just goes to the front man. They'll set the maul. They'll try and march it on. Australia have done well to defend that. The maul goes nowhere and goes to ground. The French do recycle and use the ball. Gross. We'll skip to the outside. Numbers to the left of the French if they can use them. Good strong defensive line pressure. Good pace of line from the Wallabies. Cut back against the grain. Big pick and go from Miafu. Peppering numbers on the short side here. The left of the French attack, the right of the Wallabies defence. They're on the 5 metre line. Wallabies are getting off the line hard, trying to shut them down. Now Flamont. And the Wallabies managed to get a stop. Taniela Tupou with the pilfer. Edmed kicks for touch. He goes deep. About 8 metres short of halfway. Peach with a great tackle. A lead up. Then Wilson. Might have gotten away with one there. Head-on-head contact. Nice clean line out for the Wallabies. That's 2 from 2 today. Set the maul, the long maul. Gordon gives off. At the back, Edmed, Australia leave it behind. That's a knock on, surely. Yeah. France will get the ball now. They're 39 out from the line. Swing it to the right. The Porte. Working the numbers. Grow in the defence again. They've turned it over, France. They went a long way side to side, but didn't make any metres, and they've turned it over. Now the Wallabies. Tuali out the back. Edmed. Short ball. Ball spits out the back now. The Wallabies caught a little flat-footed. Going to Tupou. Little stutter step. Doesn't get anywhere. Chip through. Can they get the bounce? Bounce is too much for them. Sits up nicely for the French. Olivon picks it up, and the French are back on the attack. Beautiful show and go. The French are going to be in here. Beautiful work there. Wonderful work from Biel Biari, and he'll put Deporter over for a try for the French to level it up. Just a little shimmy show and go. Caught Australia holding with the numbers. All 2 on 1. And then all of a sudden they had 3 on 1 for Max Jorgensen. He had no real response to that. Peach got turned inside out. Bielbiari could have done it himself, but selfless. Gives it back inside. Improves the position. They score just to the right of the post, and you'd expect they'll make no mistake with the conversion. That is certainly the case. Nine and a half gone. The French have the lead. Australia go very deep with the kick. It's taken just outside the 5 metre line. They send it back France. Suoliti takes it on the 10 metre line. Jorgensen the up and under. Suoliti racing through. His run was checked, but play on, says the referee. The French send it back from just outside their 22, and it's like a game of horsey backs. Again, Jorgensen goes deep inside, and that's going to be very big. The French retreat, pick it up 5 out from their own line. Send it back again. Well taken just inside. Edmed's going to put it up and under. And there you go. That was silly from the French. Just obstructing the run. He moved his line. I'm not quite sure who the Frenchman was. One of the second rowers, I think. Peach was racing through and happy to take the block. That was Aldrit, the number 8. That's going to give Australia an opportunity here from 40 out. About 25 in from touch. They'll have a thought here about the 3 points potentially. But they decide better of it. They'll go for the line. Edmed to kick for the line here. He'll find touch. About 7 metres out from the line, will it be? It was Potter chasing through, and Aldrich just ran him off the ball. Good to have you tuning in. If it's your first time joining us, let us know where you're tuning in from, where you're watching from. Wallabies not lost the line out, but and get a short arm against them. A double whammy there. It's too late for McWright to be joining the line out. We get back to it. Jorgensen decides to run it this time. Gives it to Dylan Peach. She's met strongly and driven backwards. And they swing to the left. Taniela Tupou takes it over halfway. Nice short ball. All of a sudden, Harry Wilson's through. Has he got support? He does. They're going to run out of support, though, and it's been knocked down. McWright will claim a try, but it's going to be a knock on. Much more enterprising attacking rugby from the Wallabies. Right, gave the nice ball for Wilson. Wilson back inside. And Nick Frost just couldn't quite hang on to it. He just had to try to reposition the ball and just... That'll be a French scrum, 13 gone. The French have a scrum. 15 out from their own line. 20 in from touch on the right side of their attack. Look who feeds it. Easy scrum hold for the French. They use it straight away. They come the short side. Look who decides to kick down field. Doesn't find touch. Taken by Jorgensen. Knocked back by Australia in the contest, but the French have come away with it. Pick and go for the French. 25 out from their 28 out from their own line. Centre field. Box kick. Taken by the Aussies, but knocked back. All of a sudden, Jake Gordon trying to slice through the line. They swing right to Ikitau. Little short ball. No. Was short ball back inside for Edmed. He's hit strongly. McWright. Jorgensen in at first receiver. Ikitau sweeping around. Suali'i, good hands. Harry Potter cutting back against the grain. They're inside the attacking 40 now. They keep going to the right. Wilson, McWright. Tap on. Advantage for Australia, McWright. Advantage doesn't play out, so Australia get through 8 phases before it's pulled up for the referee for a penalty. Just having a look. France look like they might be making a change. We've got a head knock from a bit of friendly fire, have we? So Jegu will come on for Olivon for a HIA check. So Australia going to take the shot here. They are 40 out. They are 3 to the right of the uprights. 41 out, I should say, just behind the 10-metre line. Edmed hits it. Pushed it well right. Score remains 7-5, 16 minutes gone. The French lead. Good to have you joining us. Let us know where you're watching from. Get involved in the comments. We'd love it if you give us a like, hit subscribe as well. Hopefully you're coming back after enjoying last week's, well, enjoying might be a strong word, partaking in last week's watch along. If not, if you're here for the first time, yeah, hit subscribe. Australia raking kick long. Taken at his shoelaces by Entomac. Strong running from Ramos. Hit by Ikitau, just bounced out of it. The French just making meters at will here. They're up inside the attacking 40. They continue to work forward now. Marchand takes a pick and go. We're going back for a knock-on from Australia. We'll see. It's against Taniela Tupou, who's coming over the ball. Tried to take it, but knocked it forward. So back on French scrum, just on the attacking side of halfway. Almost exactly centre field. And the Aussies get a penalty for an early engage. Nice let off of pressure there. The short arm, so they just go the up and under. And advantage, knock on France. Bell and Miafu having a little bit of back and forth. Australia happy to go high a lot here. Interesting times. The Wallabies now have a scrum 28 metres out from the line. Just to the left of the uprights. They set their attacking shape to the right. Edmed and Peach loitering in behind the scrum. Ikitau, Suoliti, Jorgensen, all the other way. They sweep round to the left here. Little hands on. Peach bounces off one, bounces off two. Can't bounce away from the third and fourth. Look who comes again. Now 15 out from the line. Wilson takes one forward. Big counter ruck from the French takes it. Luca with not the cleanest of kicks, but it'll manage to roll and find touch just on halfway. Great work there from the French in the ruck, just getting the counter ruck going. Wallabies clean with the line out. Work it back, Wilson, tip on. Advantage for tackled off the ball. Ball's disrupted and we'll have a penalty. And take the quick tap, Gordon. He's got McWright with him. Decides to hang on to it. Pops it off the ground. McWright goes to deck. Another pop off the ground. Oh, some footwork. What about that from the front rower? Oh, my word. That is some absolute magic from Angus Bell. In his 50th test, Angus Bell gets the Wallabies' second try. That is champagne rugby. Next to the post. The big fella showed footwork and acceleration, belying his jersey number. That is some beautiful rugby. Quick tap from Gordon. It was actually swatted down. McWright then coming through. Got a little isolated, gets the pop ball up. Bell kind of just shrugs through one, steps back inside against Marchand, and then puts on the afterburners. And a foot race with his fellow number one. Edmed makes no mistake. Just listening to the commentary, and they're suggesting that try should have got more points, front rowers with footwork and pace, and I agree. Needs to be more of that. Wonderful stuff. Almost 22 minutes gone. The Wallabies are back in the lead for the second time. 12-7 they lead. And Tamak gets us back underway, goes long into the 22. Work forward, Wilson again, getting through plenty of work, the captain. Shape to kick, decide better of it. Williams takes it forward, long ruck, they'll set for the box kick here. Gordon with the box kick. Potter in pursuit, it is. They don't win the contest, the French come away with it. And take it back behind halfway. Pushing the French back. Australians, they do well. Take the ball inside the 22. Jorgensen puts the kick up for himself. Good strong tackle. It was Peach actually, sorry. Both look similar with the long sleeves. French though, smart rugby. See some open space. Peach up out of the line. And Ramos will find the touchline. The French though getting driven back here. Last two times they've had the ball in hand, the Aussie defensive pressure has been absolutely huge. Australia now defensive line out. Pressure is on. Faisler. Disrupted. France come away with it. Inside the 22, chance to get back on at least level terms, if not take the lead. Geelong. Into Mac with footwork. So Aliti wraps him. Now they take it forward through Gross. France will be happy just to roll the sleeves up and get through plenty of phases here. 6 phases already. Keep working forward, Aldry. Nice little pop ball there. Geelong is brought down, 9 out from the line. They've got numbers to the left if they can use it. Cut out ball. And racing around, Ramos will get the try on the 10th phase for the French. And as they did earlier, quick response. Ramos did very well there to race that round and probably improve the position by a good 8 to 10 metres. 12 all, 25 minutes gone. Just, again, the line out throw a little off. Wilson had to bat it back, and the French were alert. And they've built off that, and they had 5 on 2 outside on that left attacking edge. They made no mistake. And 12 all, key kick here for the French. Be the try scorer. Ramos trying to convert his own try. Unsuccessful though, and it remains 12 all. 14 minutes to go till half time, and we have a game on our hands. Just tuning in, jump into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know how you think this one plays out over the remaining 55 or so minutes. French now on their 22. Working this back out. They go the box kick. Well taken by the Wallabies there. Potter. Australia have the advantage now, going straight to the penalty. Conversation between the referee and the French captain there. Just saying too many penalties for silly things, players taken off the ball, etc. So this one's for the French number 1, Gross, taking a player off the ball. Edmed will take a little nudge for touch. And Australia will have a chance for their line out to try and sort things out. 10 out from the line. Six-man line out. They send it back to Frost. Clean tape. McWright at half. Gives it off. Ickett's out. Crash ball driving forward. Suoliti and others cleaning out. Wilson coming round the corner. Dragged to ground in line with the right upright. 6 out from the line. Frost in there. Now Ickett's has Tupou with him but goes himself. McWright over the ball. Cleaning out past the ruck. Penalty goes against Taniela Tupou. The French breathe a sigh of relief. Australia were rolling there. So it remains 12 all. 28 and a half minutes gone. The French kick for touch and relieve the pressure. Penalty against Australia on the line out now. Back-to-back penalties are cruelling them. And going to the attacking half, the French. It's been try for try so far over the opening almost 30 minutes here. Again, if you're just tuning in, great to have you. Get involved in those comments down below. Let us know what your thoughts are so far, who you think takes this. And obviously the French headed in as fairly short favourites for this one. But the Wallabies putting up a little bit of a fight. Quick line out, goes to the back. They sweep the ball around. Mafu. They keep working it back to the left. Good strong tackle from Ickett's almost forced the error. Little chip and chase back inside. That's nice magic. Oh my word, that'll be a beautiful try. All the pace in the world. Louis Biari. And the French, the first side to score back-to-back tries in this one. That is electric. 22 matches for the French for him. 19 international tries. Beautiful work here. Machard finds it around the back end. Tamac gets it outside. Quick cut ball and then just a little deft chip off the left foot to turn the winger around in Peach. And he races in after burning the fullback. That is wonderful, wonderful stuff from the French flyer. And it's a big part of why he is one of the players that is up for World Rugby Player of the Year later this month. Biari. He'll be one to watch when the World Cup comes down under in 2027, that is for sure. Ramos, a relatively easy kick, makes no mistake, and it's a 7-point ball game. 19-12, the French lead. Just over 8 minutes remaining until half time. Australia send the kickoff back inside the 22. Long ruck set, looking for the box kick. Flat raking box kick will find touch. 38 out from the line. Australia have a line out here. France getting warned at the line out about encroachment. Australia clean with the line at this time, sweeping around. Right, back inside for Wilson. He's hit on suspicion. Deliberate knockdown in the end is the decision. No card, just a penalty for the Wallabies. 41 out. I'll just look for the touchline here. They do. Edmed will kick for touch. Now Ikitau driving forward into contact, takes it to ground, 7 out from the line. They go back to the right. Work it right now. Edmed gives off. They continue to go to the short side. Ikitau underneath. Now they go McWright. Referee gets in the way. He can't do the pop to Tupou. Wilson, the French trying to use their line speed. Now, Scrappy from the Wallabies. Ikitau takes it into contact. Gonna have a penalty here. And we're going to have a yellow card. Luku, the scrum half. Yellow card. So, Australia will close out the first half with a man advantage. They'll take the line out again. Faisler now. They need to hit their mark here. They do hit their mark. Frost takes it cleanly, driving more from the Wallabies. They're not really making an advancement. Some of the backs slide in. Ikitau and Potter are in there. The Wallabies are driving. Can they get it to ground? They can. That'll be a try. Not quite sure who was on the ball in the end there. Australia wasted no time. I think it'll be Faisler getting credited with that try. So that'll be his second. Edmed a tough kick, though. 4 in from touch. He's brought it back about 27 metres. Wallabies really missing a sharpshooter from the tee. And he slots it from out wide. 19 all in the shadows of half time. 3 minutes to go until the break. And this is a bit of a turn up, an ill-disciplined French side against a Wallaby side that's just finding some ways. Still got certainly some areas to improve on. France go wide and deep. Australia take it 18 out from their own line, go to contact and go to ground. Gordon goes back. Edmed, Wilson. Wilson and Ikitau both taking plenty of carries today. Wallabies with Gordon go the box kick. Finds touch. About 8 metres short of halfway. $19 all, 38 minutes gone. France down a player. France happy to chew up some clock here. Line out set. Just taken. They're Maul again. The French will be happy just to try and chew down the clock heading towards half time here. Australia have managed to trap it in a maul. It's gone to ground. Can't be played, and we will have an Australian scrum just before half time. We'll be setting up. So Pinot will deputise that scrum half on this scrum. Can the Wallabies capitalise on an opportunity here? Ikitau. Yeah, wide. Peach drives forward. Edmed cleans out. They're over halfway. McWright. Time is up. So once the ball is out again. No, nothing presenting, and Edmed happy just to run it to the corner. It's an unusual end in the end, but what it is half time, and it's all locked up at 19 all. A double to Thomas Ramos as well. Sorry, a try to Thomas Ramos, try to Deporter, and Biari 2 goals to Ramos. And then for the Wallabies, a double to Matt Faisler, a try as well to Angus Bell, and what a try that was. And 2 from 3 conversions for Tane Edmed. Also a missed penalty goal for Edmed. We touched on Australia really missing a sharp shooting kicker. The line-out has been better. The handling has been better. It's been a much better display than what we saw in the first half against Ireland. But can they maintain that for the second half? They will have a man advantage for the first 4 and a bit minutes as Maxime Lecoux The French scrum half is currently in the sin bin. But we'll take a short break. We'll rejoin you with the second half in about 10 minutes. All coming to you from the Stade de France. But at half time is 19 all. Big thanks for tuning in so far to the Chris McPherson Show. Watch along. No, get out. Get out. Go. Now. If you're going to be barking, you're not in here. No. What do you want to do? Hello, hello. Welcome back as we get set for the second half between France and Australia in this Rugby Union International, closing out the autumn internationals. And I tell you what, the Wallabies have certainly impressed over the first 40 minutes. Lots of improved numbers from them. I think they've looked really good with the ball in hand, some great shape, some great line running. A few little hiccups with the ball in hand with some turnovers after sustained phases, but overall pretty good. French, ill-disciplined. They look a little more clinical when they get their opportunities, but it is absolutely game on. So it is great to have you with us. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. We're now trying to work towards getting to 600 subscribers. We're just hit the 500 mark, which is wonderful. Thank you to those who've gotten on board. We're trying to hit the 600 subscribers by the end of the third Ashes test. So we'll see how we go there. Don't forget, there are still some more international matches to come if you're keeping up to date with your rugby. England, Argentina in the early hours tomorrow will be an absolute cracker. Scotland versus Tonga. You'd think the Scots would go in as reasonably short favourites there, but you can never write off the Tongans. And of course, the other game going on at the moment is Italy and Chile. And at halftime, the Italians lead 15-7. The Chileans putting up a little bit of a fight. Remember, this is the same Italian side that did beat Australia. And in earlier games today, the Springboks got it done at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin, 24-13, while over at Principality Stadium in Cardiff, the All Blacks far too strong for the Welsh. A long, tough autumn for the Welsh. A little bit like the Wallabies. They did manage to scrape that win against Japan last week, but that's about all they've had to take from it positively. But we are back underway now. Remembering France with 14 to start the second half. Their scrum half. Yellow carded, has just over 4 minutes remaining of his yellow card. And Australia give away a penalty coming in from the side on the maul early there. 30 seconds gone, the first penalty of the second half. It doesn't look like we'll see Charles Olivon back after he went off with a head knock. And speaking of that, Taniela Tupou has made way for the Wallabies. Alan Alatoa will be on. Line out goes to the front for the French. And it's now BRE filling in at half. Miafu. Not releasing the ball, though, when they go into contact. Fraser McWright over the top, and it'll be an Australian penalty. Can they capitalise on the final 2.5 minutes of a man advantage here, the Wallabies? Edmed Kicks for touch. He's going to find it close to the 22. Let's have a look here. Faisal with the line out throw again. Step inside the 22. Faisal on a late call up. One of two late call ups. Billy Pollard was ruled out. We're saying not straight. Line out not straight, they're saying. Yeah, looks like he's absolutely nailed that on the referee, unfortunately for the Aussies. 19 all. 43 minutes gone. Luku just trying to get warm again. He's got a minute 20 remaining. Oh, his yellow card. Penalty count at the moment, 9-4 against France. Ramos feeding the scrum. Australia penalised. Short arm for an early push. Intermac goes long with this touch finder. Sends it over halfway. Short arm penalty though, so it will be an Australian line out throw. Good to have you with us, those who've joined us. Little tap back now. Short ball from Ikitau. Yeah, straight back to the left, Jorgensen. No look flick pass back inside, but as it ended up with the French, it has been knocked on. Probably a little bit too flamboyant, that one. Jorgensen threw it in behind Peach. He couldn't quite reel it in, knocks it on. Luku's back on. France back to the full complement. And French scrum half will have a point to prove now. France will have the scrum here. 45 out from the line. 25 in from the right touch line. $19 all, 5 and a bit minutes gone in this second half. Strong scrum from the French. They walk it forward. Ball pops out. Luku use it. They've got advantage. And he come all the way back though. No advantage gained. And Ramos will take the penalty shot. He's 43 out, almost directly in line with the right upright. Beautiful kick from Ramos. And the French grab the lead. 7 minutes gone in the second half. 22-19. Good to have you all joining us. If you're just joining us, let us know where you're watching from. Get involved in the comments. Very quiet in the comments. Love to have some people get involved. If you're enjoying it, give the video a like, and I'd love it if you wanted to subscribe as well. Having a review here from the challenge. Just reviewing whether or not there's any contact in the air from Suoliti, which there was. So the penalty goes against Suoliti. Contact in the air. So the French now take this ball back into the attacking half. Fine touch. Almost smack bang on the 10-metre line in the attacking half. 40 metres to go towards the try line. 9 minutes gone here in the second half. French go long with their line out. Now at the back. Kick through behind. Tane Edmed just watches it across the sideline. It's well placed. Smart rugby by France, pinning Australia in their corner. Australia defensive line out. Work it out of their own end. Got the long ruck. Look at the box kick. That's where they go. Gordon rakes it deep towards halfway. It'll be a French line out. 10 minutes gone now. French trying to accelerate the game. Get the line out with a tap back. It wasn't quite what they're aiming for, but they'll take it nonetheless. Go with the first contact. And Mac puts it back inside. Australia reads it well in their defence. Yafu has to fill in at scrum half. Now they swing it wide. They have to drop it back into the pocket. Interesting to see after that Ramos breaks through there that there might have been some obstruction. Biari earns the penalty. Good with this quick tap. France inside the 22 now. Afu takes it to within 2 metres of the line. Luka goes deep. Into Mack, sends it wide. Cut out pass. If they can get to the outside, BLBRE looking for a second. No, Selfless gives it off. And Deporterier will get his second. And the French extend their lead. 8-point lead with a kick to come. The LPR, he probably could have scored himself again here. He'd done enough to get Suoli into no man's land. I think if he had just slid in, he might have scored, but played the safer option with Gordon coming across in cover defence. Duportier dots it down. Gets his second. Ramos just fades that one the wrong way. Slices across to the left. It remains 27-19. Still 27 minutes to go. The Wallabies, though, starting to concede some space to the French. Short kickoff this time, slicing it wide. Looked like a knock on, but the referee says backwards. Wallabies thought they had a maul for a moment as well, but the referee said no. Ruck formed. Faceless made his way off. Josh Nasser is on. With a long clearing kick. Ramos comes back. Finds touch. Valentini's going to come on as well. Harry Wilson comes off. Another erroneous line out throw. Machad picks it up at the back. Nasser, not a great start. Right, so now just trying to turn the screws. But mistake. Foot race now. The Wallabies are the outside. Jorgensen gets there, does he? Yes, he does. What a try, Max Jorgensen, just as we thought the French were coming. He's turned it around and gone the other way. Looked like he was going to run out of pace and space, managed to tow it through and just gave himself enough. Matt Nasser with a nice steal there against the French. BLBRE. And then Jorgensen gets the ball on the outside. Looked like he's running out of pace, as I said. He realised his space was more of a concern. Pops it back inside off the outside of the right boot and races through and dots it down. And again, we've got a game on our hands. Huge kick here from Edmed, a metre in from the touchline on the left side. He's 2 from 4 from the tee all up so far today. Flags are up. 1 point ball game. Edmed from out wide nails it. (27-26), 56.5 minutes gone. I'll tell you what, it looked at that stage like the Aussies were going to turn it up and go to the next stage. Aiden Ross comes on. Angus Bell, one of the early try scorers, makes way. Wallabies send it deep towards halfway. They find touch just shy of halfway. Felipe Dagunu, sorry. Take the place of Joseph Suali'i. It's an interesting move. We'll see what the reshuffle is here. French just take the line out. Bielbiari cutting back against the grain. Hooper. Another penalty to France, though. Into Matt will take it. He's going to kick for touch. It certainly is. Fine touch, just a step outside the 22. Looked like Rob Valentini had won that ball cleanly, but the penalty was adjudged. France take the line out. Nick Frost coming through, putting the pressure on Luku after the line out, though, and the mistake is forced. Great work from the second rower. Big scrum now for the Wallabies, 25 out from their own line. Scrum needs a reset. We're set now. Scrum. I'm not sure that ball even actually went into the scrum, but anyway, we move on. Tower with another strong run. Keep pushing to the left. Box kick goes high. Valentini comes through and somehow grabs it. Fraser right, bumps out of one, but they come again, the French. And penalty. Players going off their feet. It's Peach. Show moments of brilliance, but they don't really string them together at the moment, the Wallabies. So, not sure what the solution is. Into Mac. Finds touch. Deep in attacking territory. Interesting stat there. Wallabies have won 10 of 13 lineouts. French 9 from 9. They haven't lost a lineout. Maul. Marchard at the back. Tuku's trying to take it. Now they swing it. Good defence from the Wallabies, but we're going to go back. Players coming in at the side. Kick for touch. They're going to try and maul and push again, or are they going to play something a little more subtle? 62 minutes gone. The French looking for another killer blow here. They go to the front. They set up the maul. Penalty advantage. Early contact from the Wallabies. Chance their hand here, France. Ikitau comes flying through. Good, strong defence again on Fiku. Referee having a conversation with Fraser McWright, who's stepped in as captain with Harry Wilson off the field. A little bit of a chuckle between the two of them. He's going to take a chance here just to have a chat to his team. Get a moment's breather. The French will go again. They kick into that corner. Again, a strong maul. They're just going to walk this one over. It looks like Machard at the back. He'll get there. Easy try for the French. That maul is so strong. And they're out to a 6-point lead. Julien Machard gets the try. This was just textbook, this was. Brought it down. It's having a review here, I think. Tom Hooper's been yellow carded. So the Wallabies will spend the next 10 minutes down a man. Stop. I'm not sure what's happening here. Kind of organised chaos at the moment. Time's back on. I'm not quite sure what the stoppage was then. Box kick from inside the 22. So some changes coming. Netty, Lamoth, Laclayat, until Fifana all on. Interesting to see the French going with a 6 and 2 bench. So Nasser now. So Lamothi came on for Machard. Play on. Questionable line out there, but the Wallabies get away with one. Gordon, advantage. Player not clearing the ruck, takes out the half. The Wallabies will get something here. So it looks like Lamont, Laclayat and Netty will be the new front row. Fifana and Ordero on. Aldrit and Miafu off as well. They've used 7 of their 8 changes, France. The Wallabies, meanwhile, have found touch 23 out from the line. "13 minutes to go. Australia, clean line out. Sweeping round. Nasser gives it off. Gordon in. Valentini takes it. Just look left. They come back to the right. They sweep it round. Edmed, little chip kick wide. Little fumble. Does take it in the end. Pop back inside, but Dagunu, playing at 13, puts it down. Gorgeous on as well for Fiku, the French. And we've got some snow falling as well. Edmed finds the line. 5 out from it. From the try line. Wallabies will go on the attack. What can they do here? Just 14 players. Can they execute the line out? They do. Frost takes it. They march on here. Brought down 1.5 meters short of the line. Oh, Ikitau, pop ball. Valentini can't handle it, and all of a sudden the French go on the attack. They got numbers to the outside. The LBRE, that looked like a forward pass to me. It was. The Australians breathe a sigh of relief. Valentini just left it behind, and away they went, the French. Could be reviewing this tackle, I think. Tackle's okay, dipping and wrapping, shoulder on shoulder. So we're going to have a scrum. Well, inside the last 10, Wallabies still down to 14 men. They trail by 8. Got a scrum 38 out from the line. Beautiful line here. Dagunu takes it inside the 22. Valentini's there driving forward. Front foot ball. 10 out from the line now. Tizano's out there now. He's come on for McWright. Yeah, excessive clean out there from Tizano. That's poor discipline. Still no sign of Kalani Thomas on debut. Hamish Stewart and Jeannot for the French. So Lamotte now throws. French, little scrappy this time. Panic ball back. All of a sudden they slice through. The French on the attack. Can they find the ball out wide? Yes, they can. Onto the accelerator. Here's the man, Biarri. He gets another, and you have to feel that that's the sealer for the French. Our scoreboard was a little behind there. We didn't have their last conversion. Now it's up to date. 39-26 with a kick to come. Beautiful slice through. And BLBRE does what he does on the outside finishing. Jeannot will be on now. And the conversion slotted by Ramos. And for the second time in 2 weeks, the Wallabies have conceded 40 points. Porter doing the work there, setting things up. And Kalani Thomas on debut for the Wallabies. Jake Gordon makes way. A little bit of confusion. Apparently the clock was wrong for Hooper's yellow card, and he's back on now. French with a line out. Wallabies steal one. Valentini gives it off. Good strong carry back against the grain. Thomas is in there. Gives it off. Ikitau. They keep working forward here. Keep it coming. This is better rugby from the Wallabies. 6 phases in a row. Ikitau does what he does, just takes it with a bit between his teeth to Gunu. Just short. We've got advantage for the Wallabies. They're trying to burrow over. Thomas for Frost. Can't quite reach. It's intercepted, but we're going to come back. It would have been a hat-trick for Deportier, but unfortunately for him, he's absolutely busted his gut for nothing. And now he's going to have to walk 100 metres back down the other end. Here they go. Nasser takes the first one, and he's got all the way. It's been a day for hookers to get tries for the Wallabies. That's a third try for a man sitting in the middle of their front row. 41-31 with a kick to come. The Wallabies haven't quite given this one up just yet. It's his first try in Wallabies colours. Edmed gets the kick. 8-point ball game. Still going to take quite a bit for the Wallabies from here with 4 minutes. But one thing is we haven't been short of attacking highlights. Unsurprisingly, the French not in a real rush. Time is stopped. 3 minutes 52 on the clock. They go deep, the French. In the other game with a little bit longer to go, Italy lead 29-14 over Chile. Wallabies with Dagunu. Go the box kick here. The French are going to take their time getting to this line out now. Just over 3 minutes remaining. They'll be happy to chew this clock down, leading by 8. And they've got enough of a margin for one error. But they won't want to leave any time in the tank. Lamont with the line out. They're 40 out. They take it cleanly. As they've done quite regularly today, they maul. Now they swing it wide, the French. Bielbiari and Tomac combine. It's going to be a shoulder charge. This might be a yellow card for the Wallabies. So we've got 2 penalties, so we're going to come back to the first one, are we? Deportier has been given the Player of the Match award. French kick for the line here on the left side. They'll find it about 8 out from the line. Going to drive on for another line out. Another maul here from the line out, you'd have to think, and try and just add another try and seal it inside the last 2 minutes. It's been better from the Wallabies, but still not great. They still show why they sit outside the top 6 in the world. Surging forward. Another try, a double. Is it? No, just the single for Lamont. He gets his first. Pattern of hookers scoring tries, though, continues on. The French, 46, lead 33. His first try, just his second cap for France. And we have had a host of points in this second half. 41 points in the second half. Following on from the 38 in the first. Ramos gets another 2. And we've got 30 seconds remaining here, so we'll get just back underway, but I would expect that the Wallabies will go long. France will take a couple of possessions and then get rid of it. Down to the last 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Time ticking down. It's going to be a strong win to the French. Sloppy pass back. Ball hacked into touch. And that will be full time. We'll run through the scorers really quickly, not necessarily in chronological order, but the French, a clinical second half, too good. 19 all at the break. They tidied up their discipline a little in the second half, and that was the key to a 15-point win here, 48-33. But let's go through the Wallabies first. We had a double to Matt Faisler, a brilliant individual try to Angus Bell. Max Jorgensen got a try as well. Josh Nasser was the last try scorer for the Wallabies. Their 5 tries. Tane Edmed, 4 from 5 conversions and 0 from 1 penalty goals. That makes up the Wallabies 33. Now, for the French, Thomas Ramos got a try. He also was their goal kicker, which we'll get to in a moment. Deporter got a double. Biari got a double. Marchand got a try. And Lamotte got a try. So that, by my maths, is 5 of the tries scored by hookers, which is quite phenomenal. Again, talks to the rolling mauls and the structure of those. But 5 tries to them. And then, as I said, Ramos, 5 goals from 5 conversions from 7 attempts and a penalty goal. So that makes up 48-33. The French getting it done. Well done to them. Again, back to the drawing board for the Wallabies, but we'll have another daily dose dropping a little bit later today, unpacking what to take away from not only this game, but the spring tour, as it is for the Australians, the Autumn Internationals, that is in the Northern Hemisphere. But again, a big thank you to you for tuning in. If you haven't already, we'd love it if you hit subscribe down below. We'll be back with more live watch-alongs of rugby matches in the new year once the rugby season is back underway here in the Southern Hemisphere. But in the meantime, big thanks, as I said, for tuning in to your home of the black and white of sports. No grey opinions here. We'll talk to you again soon.